Let's get it cracking. It's your boy again, Naseem. And in this video, let's get into. So you'll hear a lot of the fitness gurus online, and you'll hear them talk about walking is the #1 way to go ahead and start losing the body fat. And I do believe in that in some sense. That is true. There are some caveats. So for me, I've been getting 10,000 to 25,000 steps for the last decade and more. However, those steps just come from doing chores around the house and pacing, usually before or after my meals. Now, is that a little obsessive for most people? Sure is. Obsessive and compulsive? Sure is. But that's what being in shape is. Being in shape is obsessive, compulsive, continuous decisions made the proper way, continuously. It's 8 a.m., it's time to eat. 10 a.m., time to train. 12, it's time to eat. 2 o'clock, time for cardio. That's the way it goes. So people, at the end of the day, people could say and talk like they want, but at the end of the day, somebody that looks good is obsessive and compulsive. That's the way it is. That's what it is. So if we get into just the walking aspect of it, I told you how I get my steps in on a regular basis. Now, sometimes I walk in the morning, but the thing is, I've experienced all that. I'm not really a big walker outside. For me, when I go to the track, people always are wanting to engage. If you walk on the streets here in Atlanta, they will run your ass over. Best believe that. I did that for many years, and I'm just like, I'm watching where I'm going, checking the signals and lights. But I can tell you one thing: in Atlanta, the drivers, they're not watching where they're going. They are not watching where they're going. I can promise you that. So watch out for that walking on the street. And the treadmills, for me, the treadmill does not agree with my feet, man. I mean, if I gotta do it, worst case scenario, I'll do the treadmill, but I don't enjoy it at all. For me, the machine that I love, is it easy? No. But it's very joint friendly for me and my physique and my physiology. Works very well. I use the elliptical, and for me, it works wonders. I break a sweat. I'm out of breath. It's smooth. The pedals are in. I'm rowing. I don't use the arm part. If you would like to use the arm part, you can use it. It's not needed. You might burn a little more calories, but just the legs alone. Remember, cardio is about your lower body, because your lower body is bigger compared to the upper body, because you have the glutes and you have just the whole leg in general. You got quads, hams, and you got your glutes. So just that alone, the hips, they're gonna burn a tremendous amount of calories, a lot more than just your arms. So think of it like that. You don't ever have to worry about your upper body. Now, sure, if you're walking, it's full body. Sure, if you can get outside and do it, if the weather's nice. But me personally, I'm gonna use the elliptical. Now, ways to get to the elliptical. Most people have a gym in their living space. Like if you go to apartments or condos, whatever, you got an elliptical downstairs. Most people have that. Now, If you cannot get to that, most people can get, I would say the cheapest membership that I know is Planet Fitness. I think they charge like $10 a month. It's pretty low. So I'm not really giving them a shout out. I'm not really a fan of them like that, but it's an option. And when you're trying to get in shape, you need every option possible. So you have Planet Fitness, which is the lowest gym that I know of. You could have a YMCA. LA Fitness and Crunch are kind of high. Lifetime is definitely too high just to do some cardio. You have the park. You have just the street around the block in your neighborhood. Just don't be like me. I had a fox or a coyote or some shit try to come after me earlier today. I was walking too early in the morning, man. So don't forget that if you're walking late at night or early in the morning and you live in the burbs or you live in a rural area, watch out for that. Carry a stick or something like that if you have to. But yeah, so my thing for this video was, for the moving aspect, we must move to be able to sustain leanness and to be able to get lean in general. And the best way is, for me, is to get up first thing in the morning and just go ahead and get it over with. I recommend 20 to 30 minutes every day of something that gets your heart rate up. That's what I recommend, 20 to 30 minutes of anything. It could be a cross trainer, it could be the bike, it could be the elliptical, it could be the treadmill, but I suggest 20 to 30 minutes. Remember, the best time is always in the morning time. Your cortisol level is pretty high in the morning, which means you're pretty alert in the morning time. Whether you think so or not, even though you're tired, you're pretty alert, and you can do quite a bit in the morning time before you eat, more than you think. And later on in the day, you have food on your stomach. Some people say it gives them more energy, or they think it does. Later on in the day, if that's fine, do it then. But something else can easily come up, and then you just push it back and end up not doing it at all. All right. So do as you will. I always recommend first thing in the morning cardio. I do it every day. Does it have to be done every day? No. I would say at least 3 or 4 times a week. CDC recommends at least about 2-ish hours a week. So that comes down to about what I'm doing, 20 to 30 minutes a day, which ends up being like 120 minutes a week, something like that. So that's what it is, guys. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification for me, baby, and we'll get into it another time. All right, peace.